Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Contracts and Palafox both have set up a lot of bottom lane dives. So we'll see. Can CLG deliver FlyQuest another loss, or FlyQuest going to bounce right back on top? They should know, though. Contracts literally only had Krugs up. He has to be bottom.
He's here going for the slow onto Prince. Luger in pursuit, but Prince flashing away now. Winsome putting his body between himself and the rest. And Tom Kench, dangerous burn on him. First blood to Luger.
Honestly, if I'm Spica, yet until Contracts arrives, maybe he's going to do a little bit of a lane gank here. Impact does jump in.
Oh yeah, gets the leaping strike.
Got him.
Side bashed in the face by Contracts.
Really good job there by Dokla, baiting Impact in, giving him a nice little juicy gangplank to jump onto. He gets the bait successfully. Boom, though, with the attempted roam up the river.
Uses the Pyromania stun to try and create some distance, but Winsome going undertow and up above. They put Boom right in the center of that triangle for his own death.
Wandering Annie gets instantly taken down. They still remain focused. They go for their bottom side play. They get their cross map, and it's even more valuable. Impact down to 50% HP, and they're actually going to go for it. Spica, blast cones in.
Yeah, he's here, throws down the ultimate, wants to get the lock onto two, but ends up missing both. Impact also on the collapse, and Vikla burned on down, ults into the backline of them all. Contracts marked down low, but it's Dokla that's the first to fall in this exchange. A stun up onto Impact, gets punished in the process. Contracts, no flash as it was previously used. FlyQuest wants to get Palafox after he flashes over the wall, manages to get some slaps on him. Double kill for Vikla.
Should be noted, yes, CLG got out quicker back onto the map and picked up the Rift Herald, but also because they used their first Gangplank ultimate in that skirmish on top side, they can't use it on bottom side, and so top side is going to be camped by Contracts.
Impact once again the subject of CLG.
Kind of hover there from Spica is going to result in Dragon number 2 picked up for them. So while the gold is pretty close, whenever you have mid lane priority, FlyQuest looking to make it spill over. They've tried to keep Impact afloat here on the top side because Contracts has been camping him for so long. And with the Rift Herald on top side, it almost takes down the turret, but
the return of Sejuani to answer the ultimate by Spica, and they continue to go on down. Dokla into stasis under the cannon barrage, and now getting some more slices because Vikla said, yup, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be everywhere to get the kills.
Might be an avenue for them.
That first turret for CLG. FlyQuest looking to answer with that bot side.
Of course, on most every AD carry. Very excited to see what he's able to pull off it. We've had some real big Aphelios highlights.
Side, I think it is important to call out things like that Gale Force, right? The same way when we're looking at stopwatches and beyond, there's a reason that champ, but still working into that next power spike. CLG don't want to step up to this dragon take, so it is Soul.
Pick some people off, and you have to explosively blow open a window back into this game for yourself. Otherwise, FlyQuest will continue to push in on you. Vikla now on the top side, though. He's the chosen one.
Surrounded by 3, and CLG want to defy what he has accomplished thus far over the wall. Falls to Palafox. Baron right now. CLG have this intel. There's still a teleport available for Vikla. 2 teleports coming on through. The cannon coming on down for Dokla as well. Some chunks on, but it is FlyQuest getting the Baron. Answered with a hijack. Winsome goes down. Vikla ults out of the equation. So CLG only taking down a support thus far, and all the purple.
Only the support is definitely a good trade for FlyQuest. So now with Baron buff, they're going to be able to get back out.
When it comes to Vikla and Prince, as you identified, the 2 people that CLG really have to worry about and what they have in their arsenal to try and escape some of the bursts that CLG want to throw down, and they want to go for more right now. Vikla starting to get it, but he gets a shutdown onto Palafox instead. Contracts knocked up, knocked down. The anti-Tibbers response, and soon that power goes down, down, down. Contracts eliminated. To play being highlighted. FlyQuest worked very well as a team to just keep their focus on these objectives, get themselves the soul right now, an Ocean Soul at that. And even though the gold hasn't been this monumentous moment, it's a steady crawl for them, trying to get the finish off onto Dokla.
To encourage Vikla to be more confident in his play, well, this game is going to be just that. These
factors that come into play. Prince, in his Player of the Week interview he did with Jat, was talking about how
quick enough that the other parts of the map don't fall to FlyQuest, because in a straight up fight, FlyQuest are definitely going to dominate.
And that's the difficulty, as you see on your screen, what FlyQuest can do even when not mounted as a whole crew. Vikla, the subject of Luger right now. Luger over the wall, flashes forward for the final burst fire. Woo! Putting only the second death into FlyQuest's mid laner's pocket, but a death at that as FlyQuest continue to entrench upon this mid lane.
LG, they just have to push forward, brute force it.
Yep, Impact with teleport available will be coming into that bot side. Boom getting chunked down. Vikla into the back with the ultimate, starts to slash. Contracts is the first subject, but actually it is Boom, the first to fall. They've taken down the jungler, and Palafox immediately upon stopwatching falls as well. CLG is big. Dokes, you better be big when you're the only one standing on the map, and you got Vikla upon you. But FlyQuest, they see that line, they see that avenue into the base right now, and they ain't afraid of Dokla.
Yep, FlyQuest delivered the killing blow, baiting around Baron, turning out the lights, and it's Dokla versus the entire team.
Dokla just with his little gangplank self in the fountain for FlyQuest. Ain't no loss, gonna keep them down, bouncing back against the Surgeon. CLG, 8th dub of the round robin.
So sad, Simon is back in the meta.
Heavily had Marker
Both
like,
just inhale. Oh my god.
In this though, Evil Geniuses, of course, you saw the entire setup on your screens. They're able to pull the dragon, leash it out. So get Tactical super rich or get a Blaze super rich so that he can start roaming around.
Oh, revenge between a Scion and a hard place with Inspired upon him as well. First blood is Olive here for the defense, but they do have to be wary about being collapsed upon. Managed to
farming away.
Scion, big guy, hard to miss. Everyone wants to go take a peek.
Oh, nice little sweep here towards mid though.
Meanwhile, the rest of EG here to get the play on mid. Flashy over the wall. Flash and actually, and Inspire having to flash out as well with the wild growth upon him. Tactical getting low and in the center of Evil Geniuses. The rest of the team is here to try and punish, but it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. FBI getting himself the heck out of there, expelling all of his summoners before he can more damage. Wicked swing from Revenge with a crocodile goes down. Missed chain lash from Jojo onto a Blaze. All of Musa, he can dish it back as well. But now the retreat from the
for training. Yeah.
For training. I feel like Tactical's on that, but actually we get some action here in the mid as we have the Rift Herald dropped onto the turret, and ult for ult. The root onto Fleshy again, trying to knock up in response and Revenge. How much can he pull from EG right now? Jojo has to get out of it with the flash and more. FBI setting his sights onto a Blaze Olive, who eventually pops in. Tactical in the center of all of EG once again ends up falling. Kenby knows that Inspired is on his tail, so Revenge was waiting on the opposite side of the pit to be able to hop on, and Vulcan now has to back up. Someday EG, the rest of them just trying to trade the opportunity to get the last hit onto Kenby, but can't.
Controlled from Evil Geniuses, and so it's up to Immortals to disrupt. It's gonna have to be some really risky plays for them to do that.
It shows third of the game overall thus far, and put that gold lead into higher, more oppressive territory slowly but surely. Jojo locking onto a Blaze Olive on this top side. We knew that someday was coming in with a teleport. They are looking for the kill into a Blaze Olive, who knows that Kenby is nearby as well, but there's not enough to be said. A delayed ultimate thrown out from Kenby, and the remainder of EG keeping their...
Interrupted off his Realm Warp, and that's going to be very nice rewards here for Jojo. Solo tower gold. He is quite a rich Silas, and already 8 stacks on the Rod of Ages. Going to get that bonus level soon. Feeling very nice. Shadow Flame as well, I'm assuming. Yep, there it is. So he's got the flat bend Silas going too. Now the Renekton's under attack.
Yeah, you can see just how much stronger EG have gotten in recent memory. Revenge now caught in the crosshairs of multiple. A bit of that sustain working out for him, but can't finish anything off. Just look at EG looking so strong.
Yeah, you could tell there. He was looking around. There's 3 champions around him. He's like, all right, I can't kill any of these champions, but maybe I can kill this cannon minion. And he tries to go for the stun on the cannon minion, try and finish it off and get some gold, but he couldn't even finish the cannon minion. So rough there for Immortals.
Oh, a little bit of a face-off. FBI coming in hard with the ultimate in tow. Dredge line directly on him, and Inspire tries to separate the entirety of this fight. Knock up and more onto Nautilus. Fleshy goes down. FBI, the subject of the wild growth, once more hops back over the wall. Is closing.
Ooh, and I was hoping that a Blaze for Immortals' sake, rotating from mid lane, and he knew if he went for that, if he greeted for it, he would die. And so they don't get the 50 gold per member of the team, and he's still...
Oh, flash back on the attack. EG won't stop that. A Blaze Olive goes down. I feel like so many members of Immortals right now.
Baron, though, is under attack. Immortals, pray!
EG on it. Jojo over the wall, into the center he goes. FBI ulting once again, and Fleshy still just the first to fall, going into stasis. Jojo keeps himself into the fight, and Kenby is the next isolated target. A big blast of damage onto FBI by Tactical. But luckily for EG, the Melees managed to put themselves into the center of the fight. Teleport coming in from Immortals. That's some heavy damage onto Someday. Passive ultimately pops up.
Highlight play, Aphelios takeover in the defense of this Baron. It's a 4v5 for Immortals, so...
But Someday always coming in right at the nick of time to absorb anything else. A dredge line attempt there on FBI, but it's not found.
Yeah, good Hex Flash look, but what's the punish look like from EG?
The punish is some heavy damage onto Revenge with a teleport right beneath his feet. And lockdown Immortals exiting over across Riverside. But look how fast Jojo is. Look how fast the rest of the team is. Inspired cutting off the rest of IMT. And Fleshy again separated from the squad. Into the pit he goes, giving his life alongside.
How many towers can they get as their reward?
Looks like a tier 2 mid is one way to...
Yeah. You can tell the reasoning from Immortals, even though it's a risky play. Like, those are the ones you have to do to get back at the game.
Sometimes overlook the pressure of these supports as they go and make this pressure onto the bot side. Scion ultimate coming in, unstoppable once again. Multiple roots from Jojo. Revenge, Dominus activated, backing up towards his fountain. The knock up onto Someday and getting a lot of damage from Tactical, who throws out his ultimate as well onto Evil Geniuses. No kills acquired. What he can do with the Gale Force active and beyond from the rest of the squad as EG keep their focus over onto this top side now. Teleport ushered in from Immortal to try and give some assistance to Blaze Olive, but a Blaze does go down, and Revenge looks like he's trying to stagger in as well. Can be coming through with the ultimate, gets the root onto one, trying to follow up onto multiple, but FBI is also into the later game, is also in a strong spot. Jojo making that face at them to cause Immortals to retreat for Soul Point. They've been splitting them thus far. And Immortals, because they can't get into a position...
Inside their base.
Yep, Evil Geniuses finishing off the Baron to push their goal. Worry about purple.
Worry about purple indeed, because that cuts right through the towers. Inspired just kind of threatening here. Stolen ultimate will zone them out and
get the root onto a couple, and really EG, they're going for those objectives. They're getting the next inhibitor down on this top side. They had this cannon wave coming mid as well. Revenge having to swiftly rotate to match Jojo, who finishes off the tower. And now Revenge on the retreat. Evil Geniuses don't see any reason to stop applying the pressure now when you have to worry about the supers. The double up of supers that's about to eventually be a threat, but and then that inhibitor on the bot side does come up. They finish it off again. But Kobe for EG coming through with the dominance performance thus far. FBI into gold. He goes a stun up onto Jojo and more. But IMT, look at those HP bars go down, down, down again. Revenge, one more slap. A triple kill for FBI. Tactical and Fleshy, the bot lane, only one standing, but EG supremacy through against Immortals.
And I think that I like to see the confidence from them to go, okay, hey Summit, we know you're like crazy, we know you're good on carries.
You're looking to see what he can pull in a match like this, where it's Pioshik trying to make the long play around bot because it was double warded over and dry, and immediately down below, Berserker, the subject of all, ends up flashing out. First blood over to Pioshik.
First blood like that. He's gonna go repeat number 3 here, and Flabber counter.
This time Blabber's here, the stun up, and the Aqua Prison hit this time around onto Sven. Does Blabber want to follow up with Berserker?
Okay.
Tries to get into the center of the action.
I don't think Blabber dies here, but wow, this is so good for TL. Oh my god.
Still trying to...
Always ulti. I don't know if TL was just not expecting this. I mean, very easily could have used his cryo to at least like check the river, synchronize with Kyoshi. Full turrets, healthy. I mean, look at this, man.
The top lane experience.
Yeah.
Get us inside their minds.
Yeah, I mean, they're just having... Oh, what the heck?
Oh, Harry in the center of Zen and Diplex going in with the grand entry right here. Diplex gets the kill onto Harry.
It just becomes really, really hard to deal with them, but it's like there's a dragon. I think C9's contesting.
And teleport coming in from Cloud9 and Pixel, and the ultimate from Sion as well, aiming for Zen, but Zen battle dances away, so it lands on one. Berserker goes down. Fudge is here for the fight too, but Team Liquid, they are in pursuit. They grabbed 2 players already, and with the Chaos Storm to create more distance between them and the squad, Team Liquid turned back onto the dragon.
I mean, I don't know if Summit was just smurfing there or if Berserker is trolling, because...
This is the best Summit game I've seen in a long time. You know, yeah, he's not smashing lane where you're like, big ego. Let's say of the game, though, or the only even opening that they're looking back on, because they had a really clear game.
Beyond, you can anticipate where to drop down those Aqua Prisons, where to get those lockdowns on the carry placement. So Team Liquid now...
Stepping up, I think he's sitting on like almost... like 2.8k gold or something now. Yeah, 2.7k gold. He has this Navori's in base. Like,
He's such a big boy, and then completely separated by Pioshik from the rest of his team, deciding, do I circle around or do I collapse from this angle as well? Blabber getting chunked down to about 60%. The kick back here onto Summit and flashes into the pit, and now the subject of Blabber and Fudge. The Chaos Storm way into the backline, and Diplex seeing if he can get a death ray onto Summit, but he can't finish him off just yet. Fudge is the one into dangerous territories. Hill has the ultimate to pop up when needed, but a stun. Jan goes in for it, but Fudge goes back. Pioshik up into the air, and down he goes. A shutdown for a Berserker. Kill onto Jan. Cloud9 trying to turn this Summit, finally getting eliminated into his dead state. Sven flashing forward to avoid the Aqua Prison from Core JJ, who has separated him off. And
Game losing if they get this Baron. Pioshik wants to have a steal. He can't get out.
oh my god.
Blabber secures the Baron for Cloud9.
You want to give your HP to let your carries do damage, and Jan just uses E. Like, he had cooldowns. He did not have to step up there and go for a Sion Q.
I'd say every player, one thing you never want to do, give all your... Yeah, and props to Fudge as well, because, you know, Cassante walking around behind him to get the all-out, push him back into the rest of the team. Last team fight, plus how much they got off of Baron, that paid for his rapid-fire cannon.
I mean, it's really smart itemization by Berserker. Like, really, really, really good itemization by him, actually.
Cloud9 finding the chance to really swing things in their favor. And for Team Liquid, yeah, this isn't as wacky a game as the EG one, but can the Hearts handle it if leads that they acquire end up getting turned against them, as Cloud9 are looking to do just that? They get the root onto one and throw the Gravity Snore under him, and the response by the Tidal Wave gets multiple knocks up, but with the mid laner eliminated from TL, they do not have the numbers advantage, and Cloud9 looking to dish it back. Berserker going out with the ultimate, gets a double kill in response. Summit in the center of them all, has to flash away, and now Team Liquid are feeling the pressure and the walls closing upon them as Cloud9 extend their gold lead and continue to pressure the tier 2 on top.
I mean, C9's team play is just so damn good. Like, I mean, most of these players coming off of winning the finals last year are stayed on the roster, and they're like, I mean, it just shows, you know, you get to see the way they team fight, the way they play together is like just, you know, a tier above a lot of other teams. So, wow, okay.
Where'd Blabber go?
Kind of like, you know, either gives you another opportunity to 5v5 them, but based on their tempo on the map, they would have gotten that dragon for free if Blabber was alive, for sure. So, no problem. They could just, you know, play for the Baron condition and then, you know,
That's
win the game
good
that way.
coaching talk right there. I like it. We need
Oh my, he canceled the E.
All the while, the rotation top from Cloud9.
try and help with some Victor Splash, but Cloud9 ulti only catches
Fudge.
Fudge looking for the angle, finds his target, and the charm attempts, but Jan Blast going away, the talent weight coming through into the narrow crevice, gets a knock up on the couple, Sven over the wall, almost dies. Now Summit in the center of them all. Sven battle dancing rest of the team, and Fudge now in the center has used all the summoners, but ends up going down. Summit retreating from the Chaos Storm. Berserker keeping his focus onto the fish on the other side. Score JJ is the one looking to get hooked, but Cloud...
Yeah, but they don't have Lucian. I mean, I don't think this is going to be anything.
Yep, the timing of that means the Baron's already burned for Cloud9, and they turn this with the root and the stun and more onto Summit. Harry and Core JJ poking the best they can. Double stun up, double knock up, double lockdown onto Zen and the rest. Cloud9.
Really hard to kill.
Yeah, I mean, he gets stuck in the gravity field, but then they get 2 kills out of it and a tower off the back. So, like,
really hard game for TL to win now. But they have to one-shot Xayah somehow. That's the only way.
On Maokai, that is a guaranteed engage.
Yeah.
So we'll
And
see
now
if
it's just an ARAM. I mean, they kind of have... Oh.
Pioshik.
I mean, C9 has to match it. If TL just runs 5 down mid, C9 has to match it, but I think that C9 will win straight up ARAM, and that's just kind of how TL counters their play. It's like, oh wow, that thing
That bar, it disappears so fast. Cloud9 going for it, the follow-up from Team Liquid, but it is Cloud9 getting the Baron. They're trying to turn it around. Bud with the root onto Summit. Does Cloud9 keep pursuing Pioshik, trying to find an angle elsewhere? Triple Aqua Prison from Core JJ, but the follow-up ain't there yet. Summit flashing over the wall. They're focusing on Yan. Yan being the squishies, Yan being the biggest damage, but Core JJ first to fall for them. It's the entirety of the bot lane, a limited Cloud9 coming out on top, wearing that purple like they love to do, and pushing down mid.
I love it when I see the AD carry leading our charge forward. Berserker front line there, Gale forces in their faces into the big ult blade caller. Cloud9 are done with this game. They're gonna look to end.
I mean, Berserker is just so damn good. And even Fudge as well, burning the Lucian flash at the start of the fight there is so huge. Lucian felt and threat. Oh, they're just killing them all, man. Look at Berserker go.
Oh yeah, Berserker going with the double and more. Pioshik manages to throw one back onto Blabber, but Ace is the place for Cloud9. All it's gonna take is a bit of clearing up of a couple turrets here around the Nexus for Cloud9 to continue the strength they have showed throughout this round robin and pull upon the dominance of years past and make a statement against Team Liquid.
Oh my god. There was a little bit of banter in that as well, but
I see.
You know,
he has found success with in his past. When you have Orianna Lulu, I mean, this is like protect the double lift, except
TSM making sure that they can get themselves leads even without securing the kills. There goes the Herald. There's the money in Boogie's pocket. Eyeball and inventory. Solo's even going to knock Armament back down into the river. Remember, there's no ulti. There's no flash. There's no way out. And it's first blood over to TSM. Solo, Sunfire Cape versus Pieces just does not feel like any sort of a comparison. Solo is more than comfortable in that situation still. So as long over Maple, it is also almost that much for Spawn over Neo. And this is where Dignitas are going to have to try to play around and fight around. As Boogie's stuck in the middle of 3. Chime's ulti hits nobody. It's a big whip. Santorin now Wild Growth to try to stay alive as Spawn swoops in from the side and looks for the damage on Neo. He gets away after being polymorphed. Maple's still trying to fire back, but the shockwave hurts him. He flashes over the wall to bring Santorin with him, and Seismic Shove throws the tree right back into the ice. They'll cut him down, and it's 2-0 now.
Office casting here. You guys don't have a bleep button up here, but Chime did say he's really effing good on takes when I talked to him earlier. So we got to see that yesterday, and now we see the second Herald being used to take away that mid turret from the Orianna. I do like this from the side of TSM because now they can use their priority in
TSM so far, along with that 1,500 gold lead. And TP coming in now too. They don't want to just give away this next trade. Maple's coming in with the Weaver's Wall. Beauty. The Seismic Shove, the collapse, and the death of Ignog.
And the way that Maple's able to follow...
Nobody else here on the team has because of your extensive history, casting him in Academy. You've talked about how they have a lot of the draft around. They're going to use their Scryer's Trinket into the Baron Pit just to make sure nobody from TSM was rushing that down. But TSM's not concerned about the Baron. They're concerned about the enemy AD carry. And Spawn just gets deleted. Neo grabs the killing spree. They take out the piece they needed to remove. Should be able to get this, no problem. You've got Armament just trying to trade back in the bottom lane. He'll grab the tier 2, but it's a small consolation prize for TSM, wearing that Baron 21 minutes into the game.
And that timing was so perfect for TSM too, because now they get the blitz out of the base with the Baron buff to set up for this Dragon that is so
able to get back. Maple can't deal with him in a 1v1 situation, so Jensen will grab the tier 1 turret. They're just trying to buy as much time.
TSM's going to get from that Baron with the standing objectives. I mean, the bot outer falls for free. You got to imagine the goal for TSM is to knock down the
over. Boogie keeps Jensen away long enough to get that turret low.
Wow.
And it's the cannon minion enchanted with Baron, just takes it out. The base is now cracked on the side of Dig, and the tier 2 turret's going to fall right after.
I know the Dignitas has really...
of that vision is swept away. Arman's going to try to clear out the waves however he can. It's a 4-man push from TSM here in the top side. Maple being the man set apart because he's the one who can join most easily. Calling will find a little bit of damage. Armit wants the engage. Dig's going in, 5 minutes
Maple.
strong, but the problem
What a
is
wall.
Maple's already joined up. Now Armit's caught on the wrong side of the wall, and Jetson is too. Maple keeps firing back into Ignar as Dignitas trying to maintain that line. Oh, it's not gonna work. Neo's on a rampage and spawns back in spawn as we've got Dignitas falling back in for retreat, and TSM keeping it rolling.
That wall from May pulls him back into the rest of the team. Oh, it's the Q knockup that got him as the Aphelios is dragged in, and now back to live. Maple already finding a lot of damage. Dignitas getting zoned out.
Santorin at 40% HP. Chime's bubble should guarantee his fate. Solo, meanwhile, has found the rest of the team. Ignar's going to be your target now as Boogie goes forward, secures the stun. Maple's got the shove. Easy peasy. TSM pick up the jungler and the...
Again, the community, everyone had them 8, 9, mostly at 10. All the analysts had him at 10. I had him at 10. And this team sitting at...
And you can see the teleports coming in. I think the call from Dig is to just Hail Mary. Try to save Jensen here, hope that it works. Boogie wants to chase him over the wall, I would presume. All right, the great Jensen hunt is on.
Cannot TP out.
Run, Jensen, run!
Maybe
Jensen, run! Okay, they don't have the hard CC to get him inside. Do they? Yes, they do. Avert your eyes, young viewers.
Maple's bought Talia bans at this point. You cannot give this guy Talia. He's ran 3 games now for TSM, especially with the help of Boogie for me, who has been the big highlight of this match.
Game, however, and it looks like there's not a whole lot that Dignitas can do about it. Jensen just now respawning. I think this is the last stand of the Dignitas boys here in the first round robin of Spring 2023. They're down 10,000 gold. Their opponents have Mountain Soul. They got to try to pull off some sort of different points of pressure that Dignitas has to answer. TSM, slow and steady wins the race, and they will slowly and steadily force Armit to flash away as they continue pushing forward and applying pressure onto the last remaining Tier 3 turret in the Dignitas base. Solo and Chime end up getting some damage. Aphelios ulti finds TSM, but they're so far behind, it's not going to give Dignitas the opportunity to follow up meaningfully. Nexus turrets are melting to minions all the while. TSM moving over to help them along into the grave as Dignitas lose their first Nexus turret. Armit's going to be thrown up into the air. Spawn looking for some damage onto Solo, but won't get enough to kill him. Third inhibitor dies, bottom lane now. Armit again, just staying on the front line, trying to soak, trying to just waste any time that he can from TSM. Solo's still at about 25% HP. They go in after Maple, but he buys time here with the Zonias. Neo's unstoppable, Spawn is dead. Dignitas back into the fountain. Neo's gonna keep him there. Maple's gonna keep him there. Solo doesn't care. He's back onto the next set. TSM don't give him a single kill. And they end the first Thieves.
All right, well, you know, Tenacity Ornn, a lot of memes from my time in Academy and Challengers from this one, but this is an adaptation.
Just sort of like top lane 101.
If I can play it in Diamond 2 solo queue, these guys should be able to play just fine. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We give it the Diamond 2 solo queue test. As Hui is about to get a lot of damage from D-Lift. It's first blood back up at 100 Thieves. Stixay uses the 90 caliber net to catch up and make it even.
I will say the fact that Double Lift goes down, River, you can't really gank an Ornn or a Tristana lane. So the fact that they took the bot options away and now they're returning with sums down.
And there's no flash, man. There's no way home except in a body bag. Double Lift's the one putting him there.
Love the setup again from Closer, and a lot of this is see the last melee, so he might have a freeze on Stixay, so the Caitlyn gets starved out even more. If he's able to stack up a slow push, then he was able to get a really good reset, but River seeing... but I still expect them, you know, that you have the mid priority. If you send your bot lane up towards this top side, you can't get Herald, and right now River, he's stuck trying to make a play. He doesn't even have 6 yet, but he just got it off the wave.
Very important that he gets that off of that minion. But what can they get from it? Vault Breaker out. He goes all the way in with the flash. I don't even know if that was necessary, but they did it to guarantee it. Stixay gets the kill credit. Golden Guardian's gonna tie.
He was able to leech the XP off the wave to hit 6. Really well played from him.
Now Closer's looking to get something in return back here in mid lane. Gordon flash away. He throws the gravity well on top of himself. Closer takes the damage, and Bjergsen supply.
Showing mid, I don't think they want to fight, as we have Vicorish preemptively ulting to get some fury.
Yeah, he immediately decides he wants to be ready for the team fight. He goes into the middle of everybody. The Croc's in there, but where's the follow-up? The Rift Herald's going to be taken down, secured by River and the Golden Guardians. Lucio at 150 HP, still trying to get away. Ace in the hole! And Closer can't block it. Golden Guardians gets the objective. And an extra...
Instead, they try to contest with less tools, and GG beats him out.
Doublelift having to disengage from bottom side as well, making sure that as they walk up into the river, he doesn't have to deal with a whole lot more. Bjergsen jumps in on Gory.
He's got another.
Gets the explosion, gets the reset of the jump. Bjergsen's just auto-attacking him to death. River comes in.
Oh no!
With one.
Tools for this fight end up going down, losing the Herald, losing a couple members. Really well played by GG.
And you saw the Ram just run off into the top side river. Tenacity wasn't able to gauge this AoE team fight with the two marksmen backing it up from 100 Thieves. Isn't able to get the better.
Oh, heads up. They got to be careful here in river.
This is sort of exactly what I was talking about, what I was thinking about, and who he's gone. No flash after the last play that failed. Means 100 Thieves shots. Down to about 60% HP from it. And Guardians hold the line.
While that's going on, Licorice just gets it for him. So we're going to have a little bit of a race here. See if 100 Thieves can get that Herald to double crash, but that's double lift and Boostio rotate off. I think that Herald's only going to get one.
Yeah, Gory's already here. Ready to answer against this one. Bjergsen's going to keep on shoving up.
Maybe.
Seeing if maybe they can just hard force this in here. Now, can River get anything here?
They're sniffing.
Nope, they're going to fire the Scryer's Trinket there into the brush.
Oh,
but nice follow-up coming out from Golden Guardian. Not nice enough. Doublelift barely lives, but Licorice goes in, seeing if they can grab one on Boostio instead. 100 Thieves. They have the damage to get the kill onto River. The difference there is River didn't have the Vault Breaker that had just expired.
Good call, and I gotta say, for GG, they do drop a person, but they still get mid-outer.
For Licorice, second completed item. Very tanky Mythic to guarantee that he can frontline a little bit better against these two marksmen as he dives in.
Oh.
River and Licorice lead the charge. River goes in, and the flash follow-up from Licorice. Oh, they found the kill into Bjergsen. River's at 100 HP, and he's going to be killed.
It's a wipe.
But everybody at 100 Thieves has been cut to pieces. Tenacity stands. The Tenacity's just trying to clear mid while Golden Guardians clear Baron. Cubby, I look like a goof, man. I said they would send him.
He doesn't have TP, so they're going to actually see the dragon. They're going to maybe push down mid. No, GG's still getting feisty. They still want this.
River's thinking about it. Vault Breaker is charged, but Closer fires off the ulti. Yeah, that's just the power of Maokai.
Yeah, really well played by Bjergsen there again. 100 Thieves forced to play through bot. They found the answer. Licorice did not respect it. And Boostio, Bjergsen syncing up, at least gets a chunk on Renekton. The turrets were going to fall anyway. So the fact that 100 Thieves denies soul point, I would say is a win.
Yeah, I think that's one of the...
Be able to chunk this turret out. Don't think 100 Thieves is going to have any defense here.
Yep, you can see the demolish from Licorice, just putting in a little bit of extra damage.
Break the game open in the first place with that buy ult onto this Tristana. So GG, I want to see if they're able to rinse and repeat. They still pick up the turret on the back. GG taking position towards that dragon, and actually looks like it's being pulled by Kubi. He's actually killing out a control ward to put that in the dark. So after this wave, we will see GG fade into that bot river, and we will see if 100 Thieves can find any sort of engage as Corey landing a nice amount of poke.
Oh, but 100 Thieves is ready to turn it around. It's Closer firing off the ulti. The ramp comes through over the top. Nice double bubble. There's the trouble. And it's Doublelift getting the kill on River as who he's going to be isolated by Bjergsen. 100 Thieves got one for Drake. They'll get soul point.
Yeah, and again, I like GG dropping it here. They are ahead in this game. The only way they could have contested that is if they...
Doing huge amounts of work there for Boostio. But it's Golden Guardians who are deciding they're just rushing down the Baron. We could have a smite fight right here. Close.
Come in too for 100 Thieves. I mean, that's a little bit of gold that's hidden on the scoreboard. And 100 Thieves, they went out on the health bar there. Licorice had the TP back to continue the siege with Baron. We'll see if they can take down this inhibitor turret.
And Stixay's got the damage. They used all three of those major engage ultimates on the side of 100 Thieves in their last attempt.
With into this brush, he is not spotted. He's going to have to wait for the wave to cross, but after this wave crosses, he could go.
There they go. Oh! The Vault Breaker onto Bjergsen. They just rip his face off. Gory grabs the kill as Licorice keeps everybody else zoned away. Tenacity dies here on the front line with a double kill back over to the victor. It's a golden croc, and that's going to be what the trophy looks like for the Golden Guardians. Boostio and Doublelift head running back into the base, but a TP in mid lane means Gory's looking for the edge.
River made this game work. The finds on Bjergsen's Tristana have been what has changed the game for Golden Guardians, as the first time it led to the Baron and all the turrets falling, and the second time might lead to the game.
Golden Guardians looking for Nexus here. Huhi and Stixay coming up through bottom lane. Everybody else forcing mid. Inhibitor's going to be dropped.
Ooh, I don't know. This is
Gory
close.
leading the way. 15 seconds.
This is close.
15 seconds on Bjergsen Closer. We've got first Nexus turret going down. Doublelift and Boostio trying to defend. Licorice going to be taken close to zero. He ain't dead yet. Gory's looking to keep Doublelift away. They kill him. The Chaos Storm got him. Boostio and Closer trying to defend. It won't work. It won't happen. They're going to drop him here. The Golden Guardians take down 100 Thieves.
A 5-game win streak, and what what the community thinks their strongest win so far against 100 Thieves to wrap up that first round robin. What a story from...